So comes to you out of the 125-pound weight class. First fighter out of the red corner, standing 5 feet tall, from BC Kickboxing, please welcome out Liza Berdan. Or did I get that wrong? That's Liza.
Whatever it is, it's now official.
I believe it's Liza. Spelled like Liza Minnelli, so I would assume
Liza.
It's not Lisa. I believe Coach just gave Sam the correct pronunciation.
Good.
Shout out to BC BJJ team.
Nothing wrong with that. I've been confused by name pronunciation.
Oh yeah, I mean the fight game, especially because it attracts people from all different types of cultures and backgrounds. You'll see so many different types of names that you think are pronounced one way and pronounced another. You know, for instance, Gabriel and Gabriel, putting an E before an R. It's something that you normally don't do in the English language.
Defense, looking to get the first fight win in the cage.
Whatever
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, Lainie Dorset.
But that being said, I've had so many people mispronounce my name, which is laughable and also very confusing.
Lainie Dorset coming out with some very fitting music because
in the ring is a referee,
short in her debut.
Pontanibia.
Stephen Pontanibia. That's in the action for this one. No karate pants for Lainie on this one. Unfortunately for all the Bill Sugarfoot Williams fans at home.
I was so much looking forward to those. That was going to be the highlight of my day.
As I was saying, Lainie coming out with some fitting music. She came up short in her debut as a youth fighter, looking to dust herself off and try again here against the debuting Liza Berdan.
I like how they coordinate.
Oh, great shot to the body, kicks things off for Lainie. It is Liza. Lainie got a little bit of a height advantage, but her posture is equalizing things a little bit. She's kind of leaning forward a little bit. I'm not surprised at all that these two girls are coming out fighting super hard. Every time I call a youth women's fight, or a youth girls fight, as I should say, the girls always fight so hard, like they've got something to prove to the boys.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. And we see more and more every year, thankfully for us.
I would sing Ladies' Night by Cool in the Game. But
date yourself even further.
Why do I do that? Why do I do that?
Oh, now the coach is going back and forth between saying Liza and Liza, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna default to Liza, I think. But she's definitely the more heavy volume fighter, and Lainie coming forward strong at first, but now starting to get kind of timed on the way in. You can see that her nose is already a little busted up. Yeah, a little red. She's just getting caught coming in now because she's not throwing any kind of combination. No. She's just doing single shots, whereas Liza is kind of throwing things all behind that jab. You'll see she starts everything off with one punch and kind of follows up on that first punch, except for when I'm talking about it. Then she just throws a naked kick along with Lainie. That's what we call the commentator's curse, Chad. You're new to the game, so you got to learn all the terms.
Appreciate it. The lesson continues here. Well, I was waiting for the horn. I was like, I heard the clap there about 12 seconds ago. Now I'm looking at this young lady over there, Lainie over there. She sort of stumbled going back to the corner a little bit.
Yeah, I think she's a little frustrated. I mean, it's hard to imagine the pressure that adults face when they get in this cage and have to fight in front of all these people. This is definitely a hard environment. I mean, this ain't the Sunday afternoon T-ball game. This is a cage fight, and it's a lot it's a lot to put a kid through.
And to what's surprising to me, how many people are already in here at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon to see the preliminary, if I can get it out, fights. The youth.
Yeah, half of them were here to see Clay Johnson. I mean, half the venue.
Yeah.
It felt like.
I can't really tell. Get a good estimate.
All right, Steven Pontonevius checking on Lainie there.
Yeah, but this ballroom looks like it's a good 60% filled up already. It's a good crowd.
Well, we talked about how there is a blank space in all our hearts for these fights to return, and now they're back full swing here at Fight For It 14, and these kids are fighting hard. All 3 of these youth fights have been scraps.
When do we stop calling them kids and maybe?
I'm gonna have a hard time calling Dakota Gray a kid because he looks like more of a man than me.
And I want none of these young ladies punching me in the face.
No, the only time I've ever been concussed in sparring was from Hannah Cyphers. So I know all about getting kicked in the head by a little girl.
Take that. You gonna mispronounce my name?
Yeah, just Liza, just imagine it's Sam Falgout in there.
Nice kick to the stomach there, Liza.
Yeah, Lainie Dorsett
finally
it seems like she's getting comfortable, but every time she gets a little comfortable on her feet, Liza just plants one on her and starts her backpedaling once again.
Retaliation.
Lainie's really concerned with protecting her body. She doesn't seem to like getting hit in the body.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at her feet move just a little bit there.
Yeah, crossing her feet a lot.
Yeah.
He is doing just enough to keep her in this fight, in my opinion. He's doing just enough to waiver any concern from our good friend Steven, one of the best refs in the game.
Right there, though. A little off balance.
Yeah, and she does land. She knows how to throw. You can tell that she's trained. She just seems to be a little nervous and a little, I don't know, second-guessing herself, second-guessing her shots. She's not moving with a lot of confidence in there, like you said.
It's almost like the stage jitters. You know, you get up on there. I see it in the professional side of it. Once you get on the stage, whatever you're doing, presentations or inside a cage like this, sometimes those nerves get to you just a little bit.
Yeah, and when you've been doing this as long as I've been doing it, you can just see when someone's very comfortable moving around in there. The way they move their feet, like you were kind of pointing out that the feet were crossing a lot, and that's one indicator for sure. But just the comfortability and the effortlessness that some of these guys have when they get in there, that's what you're looking for when you talk about somebody who's ready to be in here. And to me, Lainie just does not appear to be quite ready.
Sure.
And it may be one of those things, I mean, we've been training a long time, so you've seen a lot of guys who are killers in the room, killers in the training room, and could be world champions in the training room. But on fight night under the lights, it's hard. It's a whole different skill set.
It's once you have the people around you, that's not good. They break it up. Once you have people around you, this is one-on-one. This is not a football team or basketball team. It's 3 people inside that cage, and one person's the neutral party, and the other person wants to punch you in the face.
Liza Berdan definitely has that dog. She's got that dog in her, and she's swinging hard.
She was getting a little showboat action there. Might have been a small boat.
A small boat.
But she was showing off the showboat a little bit. A little performance there. Hello.
Yeah, Liza moves very comfortably in here. She moves like someone who wants to be here. Not like someone who's trying to fight to survive. All right, now she needs to press the issue.
Got 1 minute left in this bout.
Still half around for her to work.
Do I see a little
big
blood?
Slug from Liza there. Yeah, and one thing that Liza also is doing that I really like is she's cutting the ring off very well. And her coach seems to be aware of that too. He's calling for it, and she does it on command.
Something, I don't know if it's wrong or
something doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
Brian, I agree. Something doesn't seem quite right. But Steven's a pro. If he thinks this young lady is in legitimate danger, he will stop the fight. I think we're just seeing someone who's a little uncomfortable, so we're uncomfortable. But if Steven really felt like she was in danger, he would stop the fight. He's one of the best. And like I said, I do think she is doing enough to stay in the fight. I don't think the fight should be stopped or the towel should be thrown. Every time that I think that she's getting to the point where she's like mentally breaking, she keeps throwing punches. So, I mean, I think she wants to be in.
Especially amateurs,
And look at her now.
Yeah.
She's pressing the action. She's pressing the fight.
I think that's what it's all about.
And I really think just some small little details, some small corrections, and she would have had a much, much better fight. She was kind of leaned over, wasn't making the best use of her like length and her natural reach. And I don't know. I think that, I think she fought very well, but I think this fight was all Liza Berdan from bell to bell.
One-on-one. This is not a football team or basketball team. And these are teachable moments. 3 people inside
Exactly.
the cage.
That's what they're here for. Yes, that's what they're here
person
for.
wants to punch you in the face. We watch the replay.
Lisa
and
Berdan
it-
definitely has that dog. She's got that dog in her, and she's swinging hard. Got in close, threw a couple really nice shots, and that just seemed to be most of. I think it's
Fighters to the center of the ring.
one thing that Lainie did really well is she threw single
Judges'
shots. If it was
decision is
It
in,
was a single shot.
and we have a unanimous decision going to the red corner. Liza Berdan.
I still don't know which
Sam flipped from the beginning to the end. I don't know what.
And we're right beside the
Yeah,
red
yeah.
corner over here, and I heard
Lisa and Liza from the red corner. So you know what?
Maybe her-
Congratulations to Miss Berdan.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I
A
don't,
hard fought win for her for sure.